In pulse code modulation, there is very important thing which is being used, that you can use the error checking codes, and the error checking codes are broadly classified of three types: the even parity, odd parity, and the Hamming code. Even parity and the odd parity codes are very simple. When data is being transmitted from transmitter to receiver, a one bit is added with the data. That bit is called as parity bit, and the nature of that bit, it depends on whether it is an even or odd. It depends on which kind of coding we are used. Say for example, in a even parity bit, the responsibility of even parity bit is to always send the data from transmitter to receiver which will be having the even number of ones. Say for example, if my data is having 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 for example. Now when I want to add the even parity, so right now there are 3 ones, that means odd number of ones. So to make it even, I will add 1 as a parity bit, even parity bit, so that even number of ones will be transmitted from transmitter to receiver. If I have a data 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, now this data is having 2 number of ones, which is the even, so my even parity will be 0. Similarly, the odd parity, if the data is having odd number of ones, then the parity bit added will be 0, because the responsibility is to send always from transmitter to receiver data which will be having odd number of ones. So in this case, if the data is 0, 111, 0, then in odd parity case the parity bit will be 0, because already data contains 3 odd number of ones. If the data which we are sending is 0, 0, 1, 0, then the data is containing even number of ones. So to make it odd, we will add a parity bit which will be having a 1. So odd parity in that case will be 1. Now at receiver, the receiver will check the data which it is receiving, because if transmitter is working on even parity, so receiver should also work on the even parity. So the receiver will count whether the data which we have received, whether it is having even number of ones or no. If it doesn't have even number of ones, then it will show that there is some error and some data got corrupted while transmitting from transmission to receiver. If we are working into the odd parity mode, so from transmitter to receiver, when data will send, so at receiver, the receiver will check for number of ones into the data. It should be always odd. If you get even number of ones into the received data, that means some error has occurred. So again the receiver will prompt you that there is some error by glowing some LED or whatever it may be, but it will indicate you that there is some error, data got corrupted between transmitter and receiver. But Hamming code is a different code. It prompts you that there is an error. It also prompts you that at which bit position of the data there is some error, and automatically it corrects that error. So Hamming code comes under the category of error checking code, but also one adjective gets added with that, that it is a error checking and correcting code, because it checks the error and automatically it corrects the error, and it prompts you the where at what which position the error is. So let's see the Hamming code. So now let's see how that Hamming code works. So it is very important to first understand how it works. So this in Hamming code, there are 8 bits, say from C1 to the D7, or say D1 to D7. Out of that, these 4 bits, D7, D6, D5 and D4, they are used for data, and this C3, C2 and C1, are the bits which are called as the Hamming code bits. So this is how the structure of data stream is, which will be having 7 bits. Out of that 7 bits, these 4 bits will be used for data and these 3 bits will be used for the Hamming bits. Now this data and this parity bits, they are divided into the groups. So there is a group 1 which is made up of D7, D6, D5 and the bit C3, the Hamming bit. There is another group of data which is a group of D7, D6, D4 and the Hamming bit C2. Then the group 3, it is D7, D5 and D4 and the C1 which is a Hamming bit. Now for example, if my data bits are, or for example if our data is 1101, that means D7 is 1, D6 is 1, D5 is 0 and D4 is 1. Now based on this data and the group, we derive the Hamming bit. Now again here we have to see that whether we are working into the even parity or the odd parity. So for the sake of example, I am explaining it with the Hamming bit, which will be considered as whenever data in the form of groups will be transmitted from transmitter to receiver, it will contain even number of ones, that means the even parity. So what we will do, we will just put a group 1, we know that group 1 is D6, D7, D6, D5 and C3 will be derived based on how many number of ones these 3 bits are having. So for example here we have D7 as a 1, D6 as a 1, D5 as a 0. Now it contains the even number of ones. So now according to the even parity rule, this C3 will be having a 0 because already this is containing the even number of ones. Let's come to G2, the group 2. Group 2 is having D7, D6 and D4. So D7 is 1, D6 is 1, D4 is 1. Now this data is having 3 number of ones, that means the odd number of ones. So to make it even, this C2 bit will become the 1, so that we will have 4 number of ones, which is the even number of ones. Now the group 3. Group 3 is of D7, D5 and D4. So D7 is 1, D5 is 0, D4 is 1. So again it has the even number of ones. So this C1 bit will become the 0. So now C3 is 0, C2 is 1, C1 is 0. So let's put C3, C2 and C1 bits at their respective position. So this will be the final data which will be transmitted from the transmitter, and it will be nothing but 1101, which are the data bits, and C3, C2 and C1, so which is the 0, 1 and 0. So the data is having the 4 even number of bits, and this is how it has been grouped. Let's see another example. Say for example, let's see the group example 2. The data is 0, 111. So this D7 is 0, D6 is 1, D5 is 1 and D4 is 1. So now let's derive the Hamming bits. So group 1, D7, D6 and D5, so which is nothing but 0, 1 and 1. So this is having even number of bits, even number of ones, so C3 bit will become the 0. The group 2 is D7, D6 and D4. So 0, 1 and 1. So again this is having the even number of bits, the C2 bit will also be 0. Let's go to the G3 group, which is a D7, D5 and D4. So it is 0, 1 and 1. So now both are having again 2 ones, again the even number of ones, so C1 will be 0. So finally the data which will be transmitted from transmitter, that will contain 0, 111 and 000. So this is the final data which will be transmitted from the transmitter. Now let's add an error at D7 and make it as a 1. So what we have done is, we have we made this D7 bit as a 1. So during transmission from transmitter to receiver, when receiver received a signal, he received D7 as 1, rest of the data bits were almost same, the 111 and the 000. Now how this Hamming code works, what it will do, at receiver, the receiver will check the groups. So it will check 1, D7, D6, D5 and C3. So D7 has become 1. By mistake earlier it was 0, but it has become 1. D6 1, D5 1 and C3 bit which has been sent, it was 0. But now this is having the odd number of ones. But principally it should receive the even number of ones. So this is being failed into the test because we have received odd number of ones, not the even number of ones. Then it will go to check group 2, D7, D6 and D4. Again D7 has become 1. So this is having odd number of ones, but C2 is 0. We are getting odd number of ones, but we should get the even number of ones. So this group test 2 also gets failed. Let's go to the G1. Now G1, D7, D5, D4 and C1. Again 3 number of ones odd, but C1 is 0. Total number of ones which we received at the receiver is odd. So this also gets failed because neither in G1 nor in G2 nor in G3 we received the even number of ones. Now from here we can see that in all these 3 groups which got failed, this D7 is common. So this D7 is common. So that means the problem is at bit D7 and the data which you are getting as a 1. So to make this as an even number of ones, we will have to convert it into the 0. Similarly, to make it into even number of ones, we have to make it 0. We have to make it 0. So automatically there will be one inverter. It will convert this into the 0 and error is been found, and at which bit position the error is found, that is also been indicated. And we know that this is a wrong data. One we have received, it should be 0, so it will be corrected. So this way Hamming code works as a error checking and correcting code. It demonstrates you at what exactly bit position the error is. Now let's see this Hamming code practically. So let's have something on the hardware and let's see that how Hamming code is working.